Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to today's full body live workout. I really need this workout this morning. It is dark and rainy. I need something to wake me up and energize me and start the day off right. Today we are going to be focusing on our abs, our arms, our glutes, and our thighs. And we're not going to use any equipment for this session. It's all going to be body weight resistance. So I hope you enjoy it, and with that in mind, let's go ahead and get right into it. We're gonna warm up our upper bodies a little bit to start ourselves off. I always feel like I need this first thing in the morning just to really mobilize the shoulders and lengthen the spine. So I'm gonna take my arms overhead, reaching up toward the ceiling, stacking each vertebra one on top of the other, and then I'm just gonna pull the elbows down to the sides of the body, drawing those upper back muscles together. Let's take a few more of those. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull down, opening through the chest. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bring those elbows down. Good. Keep moving with the breath. Each time you pull down, give it a little bit more energy, drawing those upper back muscles together, lengthening up through the crown of the head. And again, like I said, opening in that chest. We've got 4 and 3. Pull it down. Last 2 and final 1. Now we're going to lift up, and we're just going to keep the hips evenly weighted, but twist over to the left side. So we're going to bring the arms down, bringing the right hand on the left knee, just twisting through the spine. Opposite hand comes down on the mat or fingertips. Lengthen up a little taller through the spine as you twist. Inhale and exhale back to center. And inhale and exhale, twist to the opposite side. So sitting up nice and tall, twist a little bit more deeply, looking out over the shoulder with the eyes, so you're stretching in the neck. And back to center. Inhale and exhale, twist over to that left side again. Getting as deep a rotation as you can. Nicely done. Inhale and exhale over to the right. Stretching and twisting. Nice work. Back to center. Lower the hands down to the mat. Take them about shoulder distance apart. Step your knees back, curl your toes. Deep inhale here, and exhale, scoop your belly up toward the ceiling as you lift your hips. Lengthening through your tailbone, flattening out your upper back, and just letting your head hang between your shoulders. Lift that tailbone a little bit higher and start pedaling out the feet. Good. Feeling a nice stretch running up the backs of the legs. As we mobilize the entire body with this move for 3 and 2 and 1. Level out those heels. Gently drop your knees down to the mat. And now we're going to bring our feet forward on the mat. So the feet come forward. We position the feet so that they're hip distance apart. Feet are pressing into the mat. I'm going to take a hold behind my thighs and just use that grip to tilt the pelvis slightly forward, lengthening up through the crown of the head. From here, I'm going to release my right arm, release my left arm. Deep inhale here. And as we exhale, we're just going to curve the spine back, gently tucking the tailbone, pulling the belly in toward the spine, and holding here, keeping the heels in contact with the mat. Good. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, pull belly to spine and slowly roll up. Good. Inhale at the top of the movement. Exhale, roll back, engaging the core. Hold, palms facing in towards each other, and then breathe out to lift. Let's take another one. Breathe out. Good. Belly to spine, and belly to spine as you lift and lengthen up through the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale, hold. And exhale, belly to spine. Let's try to go back a little bit further this time. Inhale. And exhale, roll back, hold with control. Inhale. And exhale, roll it back up. Nice work. Now when we're in our rolled back position, we're going to add some leg lifts. So we're going to roll it back, engaging the core, not all the way back, just so that you can feel those abs switching on. And we're going to lift the right leg and lower heel to the mat. Lift the left leg and lower heel to the mat. Alternating legs, moving slowly and with control. If you need to come up a little bit out of that C curve because your back is straining, please do so. Only roll back as far as you can with your abs switched on, not your low back straining. Good. Lifting and lowering. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Take hold of the backs of your thighs and roll yourself up, stretching and lengthening through the spine. Now from here, we're going to add a rotation. Now, while we rotate to the side, it's really important that we keep our hips evenly weighted. So when we're rotating to the right, we're not going to let the left hip lift off the mat. The left bum cheek is going to stay in contact with the floor. So the arms come out. Deep inhale here. Exhale, roll down. Now from here, we're going to twist to the right, bringing both arms out to the right side, keeping that left bum cheek on the floor and hold. Good. Back to center. We're going to take another one. Inhale and exhale to twist. Shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale to center. Exhale to rotate, switching on that waistline. Good. 3 more. And twist, breathing the air out of your lungs. Last 2. Twist a little bit further if you can. And back to center. Good. Nice control. Last one. Twist. Back to center. Hold on to the backs of your thighs. And roll yourself up, enjoying a nice stretch and lengthening through the spine. Good. Now, same thing, opposite side. Keeping the right bum cheek with contact with the mat. We're going to lengthen out the arms, sit up nice and tall. Deep inhale. Exhale to bring it back. Inhale to prepare for the twist. And exhale to twist to the left. Good. Keeping those arms at shoulder height. Back to center. Inhale. And exhale, rotate. Good. And back to center. Belly to spine as you twist. Nice work. 2 more. Good. Working that core, working those obliques. And last one, twist. Breathe the air out of the lungs. Come back to center and come up. Now we're going to move into our rollover. I'm going to show you a variation of this. If you can't do the full rollover, you can work on building up strength to get to that point eventually. So when we're doing the full rollover, we're coming all the way down to the mat slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. We're bringing the arms overhead. We're peeling the upper body up off the floor, and then we're folding over the lower body. If that's too much for you to come all the way up from the floor, I want you to bring your hands here at shoulder height. Roll back as far as you can go, really plugging abs in. And then you're going to lift using your upper abs and fold over. Good. So I'll take a few more of those half roll downs. If you can do the full roll down, roll all the way down to the mat. Otherwise, we're holding it here. Engaging those abs. Lift and stretch and fold. Roll it down part way or all the way if you can. Lift and stretch. Now I'm going to move into the full roll down. That's something you can build up to if you're not there yet. Coming all the way down, lifting and folding over the lower body. Good. Engaging those abs on the way down. Using those upper abs to get the lift through the arms and the lift up toward the ceiling. And then enjoying a nice stretch at the bottom of that movement. Good. Roll it down 1 vertebra at a time, as far back as you can go. Using your upper ab strength to get yourself up off the mat. Good. We've got 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. Roll it down and lift and lower. Take a hold of your feet or your ankles, your calves, whatever you can reach, and pull yourself down into a really nice back body stretch. I feel that when I do this stretch in the morning, I'm far less flexible than when I do this stretch at the end of the day. So just work with your own level of flexibility. Breathe into it, breathing in through the nose, dropping the crown of your head and out through the mouth. Nicely done. Roll yourself up to a seated position. We're now going to switch it over into the upper body for a few moves, and then we're going to move lower body and finish off with some ab work. So I'm going to get into an all fours position. From here, I'm going to step the right foot back into a plank, getting nice and long, lengthening through that heel. Left foot back so that we're in a full plank, creating a nice flat line with the body. Get nice and broad across those shoulders. Now we're going to lower the right knee, lower the left knee, lift the right knee, lift the left knee. Lower, lower, lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift. So moving between those positions, full plank to knees down on the mat, keeping yourself nice and broad across those shoulders, lifting through the abdominal wall. Good. Breathing through it. Lift, lift. Hold for a split second in plank before lowering again. Nice work. Keeping your belly lifted toward the ceiling throughout the entire range of movement. Keeping those wrists under your shoulders. Shoulders are nice and broad. Neck is in line with the spine. Building up stability here and strength. Good. Last one. We're going to lower and then lift into plank and hold. Hold for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees on the mat, take them nice and wide, and push your hips back towards your heels, stretching and lengthening through your spine, drawing your armpits down to the mat. Nice work. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. From this position, we're going to go into a child's pose push-up. So we're going to shoot forward on the mat, hovering the chest between the hands as we lower to the mat, keeping the elbows in very close to the sides of the body, pushing up through the heels of the hands and sinking back into child's pose. Good. Coming forward, hovering the chest between the hands, push up through the heels of the hands and lengthen through the spine as you push back. Good. Moving slowly, moving with purpose, keeping the spine nice and long. Really transferring weight into the heels of the hands as you push your chest up and away from the mat. And the closer you have your elbows in toward the side of the body, the better, because then you'll really be targeting those triceps. So make sure that those upper arms are grazing your side body as you lower and lift. Good. You can move as slowly as you need to here. We've got 3 more. Good. And 2. Lift your belly as you push up off the floor, keeping your core strong. And last one, lower and push up and away. Nice work. Now we're going to move ourselves into a forearm plank. So we're going to come down on the mat, dropping the forearms down so that they are parallel. Fingers are spread. Elbows are below the shoulders, stepping both feet back into plank, flexing through those heels. Now I want you to really make sure you're low here. You're creating that nice flat line with the body. We're pushing up through the elbows, so we're nice and broad across the shoulders. And now we're going into some alternating knee taps down to the mat. So you're tapping your right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee. Now, as you do so, I want you to keep yourself really stable. So try not to let your hips rock from side to side. Really powering up in this plank position, belly to spine. You can do it. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. We're gonna hold plank for 10 seconds. For 10, 9, 8, 7, lift your abdominal wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down to the mat. Take them nice and wide. Big toes come together. Walk your hands out in front. Keep your hips elevated. And stretch back into puppy pose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Nice work. Okay, from here, we're going to roll ourselves up to a seated position and just roll out those shoulders before we come back down into all fours. So really release any tension that might have built up in those shoulders as you roll your shoulders down and back. Let's take one more. Inhale and exhale. Amazing work. Now we're going to come back down onto those forearms. This time we're going to interlace the fingers. The elbows are still below the shoulders here, and this time knees are below the hips, creating a nice long line with the spine, so no arching in the spine. We're going to extend the right leg out long. I'm actually just going to shuffle up a little bit more so I've got a little bit more space behind me. And from here, we're going to extend and lengthen out through that big toe. The toe is pointed. Now we're going to flex and pull heel to bum, point and lengthen. Flex, pull heel to bum, point and lengthen the leg. So as you flex, you're contracting your hamstring, and as you point, you're lengthening through the leg, squeezing that bum. Flex and point to lengthen. Good work. Flex and point to lengthen. Slow and controlled. Noticing the glutes starting to switch on here. Thigh muscles are working. Keep pulling back that flexed foot with hamstring activation. So really contract those hamstrings as that heel comes in toward the bum. Good work. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Neck is nice and long. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Now we're extending that leg out long. We're tapping, lifting, tapping, lifting. So keep that leg really long, and I want you to really squeeze your bum as you lift that leg. Notice that I'm not swinging in the torso here. I'm not allowing my low back to arch. Keeping this really controlled, contracting the glutes throughout the entire range of movement. Good. Get that leg up there. Point through the toe. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it at the top of the lift. Now from here, we're going to bend the leg. We're going to lower, lift, lift, lower, lift, lift, lower, up, 2. Nice work. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Lengthening through the spine, gazes down on the mat. Little pulses up, squeezing that booty at the top, the highest point, making it count. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Lift it a little bit higher. Lift, lift, lift. Squeeze the bum. Lift it an inch higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Nice work. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to extend the leg out long, lift the leg, flex the foot, hamstring curl, point the toe, extend. Flex, extend. Flex, extend with your pointed toe. So really hold it for a second on that extension, lengthening the entire leg, squeezing all the muscles in the leg as you point hard through that toe, and then really contracting those hamstrings and switching on those glutes as we pull heel to bum. Good work. Nicely done. Keep it strong. Keep that leg elevated at least to torso height. And try to keep the hips square with the mat. That's something I really have to remind myself, particularly on one side over the other. Sometimes on my second side, I start to open the hip up to the side. So just a little reminder to keep both hip bones facing down to the floor, making it even on both sides. Good. We've got 4, 3, and 2, and final 1, and extend, tap the toe and lift, tap and lift, really plugging belly in toward the spine here. Lowering and lifting with control. Nice. That leg is long. Those glutes are activated. Shoulders are relaxed. And down away from those ears. Keep moving. We've got 6, 5, 4, get that leg up there. 3, you can do it. 2, and 1, bend at the knee, lower, lift, lift. Those little pulses, lift, lift. 2 pulses with that big toe up toward the ceiling. Good. Booty is working hard now. Glutes are really switched on. Don't give up. Keep engaging as you lift that big toe up toward the ceiling. Double pulse, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, lift an inch higher, squeeze that bum, lift higher, 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 and relax it down. Amazing work. Take your knees nice and wide and sink back into child's pose, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Bring yourself up to a kneeling position, and we're going to switch into a bridge position so that we can get those gluteus medius muscles as well. And then we're going to finish off with a couple of ab moves and some stretches, nearly there. Okay, so we want our legs hip distance apart here. The heels are below the knees. Hands are pressing down onto the mat on either side of the body. We're going to elevate up into a bridge. Now, being really careful here not to be overarching the spine. I want you to tuck your tailbone, create that nice flat surface with the torso and the thighs. And then from here, we're going to open the legs and bring them back to parallel. Open the legs, back to parallel. Good. Opening and bringing them back to parallel. So as you open and bring them back, I want you to really be activating that side booty area, working into those thighs, squeezing those thighs, squeezing those glutes. Good. Keep those hips elevated. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, keep it up, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Amazing work. Now from here, I'd like you to interlace your fingers behind your head. We're going to bring the knees in toward the chest, and we're going to inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, we're going to curl and crunch up, extending the legs together. Lower, bring the knees in, lift, extend out long. Now, if it's too much with a full extension, you can come out with your knees slightly bent, just focusing on those abs as you lift. As you breathe out and lift, you're flattening your abdominal wall down toward the spine, pressing your spine down onto the mat. Good. Nice work. We've got 5 and 4. Lift those shoulders a little bit higher for 3 and 2 and 1. Now, from here, you have the option, you can lower your feet down for a moment while I explain, of keeping your hands where they are or placing them on either side of your tailbone to support your low back. We're going to go into some leg lifts, so they look like this. Lower, lift, lower, lift. So bring your feet back down to the floor. Choose your starting position. Either you've got your hands on either side of your tailbone or your hands interlaced behind your head. Bring the knees in toward the chest. Curl and crunch up. Extend your legs either totally straight or with a gentle bend if you can't go straight. We're going to lower the right leg, belly to spine to lift. Lower the left leg, belly to spine to lift. Good. Slow and controlled. If you can't lower your leg quite as low, that's fine. You can do a more shallow dip with the leg. That makes it a little less challenging, but it's still tough. You got to work with those abs, breathing in through the nose to lower and out through the mouth to lift. Inhale and exhale. Good. We've got 5. You can do it. 4. Crunch up a little higher if you can. 3, 2, and 1. Bring both legs down slowly together down to the mat and roll over onto your stomach. Taking your hands on either side of your shoulders, breathing in through the nose and peeling up to breathe out and stretch those abdominals. Good. Melt your shoulders down away from your ears. Nice work. Stretching and lengthening through those abs, then gently rolling down to the mat and moving back onto the back body. We're going to stretch out those glutes. So I'd like you to cross your left leg over your right, interlace your fingers, take them behind your right thigh, and just hug it in toward the chest. Breathing deeply here in through the nose and out through the mouth. Hug that knee in a little bit closer toward you, getting a nice deep glute stretch and an opening in the hip. For 3 and 2 and 1. Lower the foot down to the mat. Switch the crossing of your legs and hug that opposite knee in toward the chest. Breathing deeply here. Regulating the breath as we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. For 4, hug it in a little closer. For 3 and 2 and 1. Nice work. Take your hands behind your thighs, roll yourself up to a seated position. And from here, we're going to plant our palms down on the mat. We're going to step the feet back into plank just for a second before folding the right leg under the body and coming into a pigeon pose. Press your fingertips into the mat. Really lift and lengthen up through the crown of your head. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. And if it feels good, you can roll and fold over the lower body for 2 more breaths. Breathing deeply in through the nose filling the back of the rib cage and out through the mouth. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Nicely done. Now bring yourself back up. Plant your hands in the mat. Flex the foot that is lengthened out behind you. Take that opposite leg back and fold your left leg under your body. Good. Pressing up through the fingertips. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then if it feels comfortable to you, roll over, folding over the lower body for our final 2 breaths. Last breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Use your hands to help you to come up, moving yourself into a cross-legged or a kneeling position. Lift your shoulders up by your ears. Inhale and exhale, roll them down and back. I hope you enjoyed that stretching and strengthening routine. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, and I will see you next week. Bye.